Meantime, here in Canada, officials continue to highlight security measures at the border in a bid to appease President Trump. The public safety minister and newly appointed fentanyl czar visited an eastern Ontario border crossing today as they continue to try and avoid those punishing tariffs from the United States. The tour took place at the Lansdowne port of entry, about 150 kilometers southwest of Ottawa. CTV's Austin Lee was at the border today and joins us live with more. Austin.
Patricia, this was the first time that we heard directly from Kevin Brosseau, Canada's new fentanyl czar. And while there weren't any new spending commitments announced today, he and Public Safety Minister David McGuinty are hoping to once again highlight the efforts to strengthen border security. Touring the Lansdowne port of entry Wednesday morning, Canada's new fentanyl czar, Kevin Brosseau, and Public Safety Minister David McGuinty got a first-hand look at some of the latest security efforts underway at the Canada-U.S. border.
This is not just a Canadian challenge. This is a Canadian and an American challenge. We are connected at the hip.
Brosseau, a former senior member of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, was appointed on Tuesday. He says his goal is to prevent fentanyl heading from Canada into the U.S.
My mandate is clear: to be able to bring people together, to integrate the work, and produce results. So I guess I'd say it is day one, but stay tuned.
Brosseau's appointment was one action that led to a 30-day pause on widespread tariffs on Canadian goods after U.S. President Donald Trump expressed concerns about the flow of migrants and drugs, despite the fact that less than 1% of fentanyl entering the U.S. comes from Canada.
The best outcome is not to have tariffs on either of our economies. We think there's a win-win that's in place. We think there's a win-win that can be had. But if we enter into a tariff dispute, we see this as a lose-lose proposition.
Additional Black Hawk helicopters will now patrol the border. When it comes to contraband seized by Canadian border agents, last year the Canada Border Service Agency says it seized 930 firearms, approximately 56,600 kilograms of drugs, including 5 kilograms of fentanyl. In Ontario, 530 firearms were seized, along with 32,200 kilograms of drugs, of which 200 grams was fentanyl.
1 pound, 10 pounds. We all know the amount of deaths that possibly could represent. This is a national security and a public safety crisis.
Now, Trump's tariffs could take effect as soon as March 4th, and although he initially indicated border security was the reason for sweeping tariffs, the 47th president has also pointed to what he calls a trade deficit with Canada. So we'll see if the latest efforts on the border will have any impact on his decision with respect to tariffs. Patricia.
CTV's Austin Lee live for us tonight. Thank you.